Hello, this is Jeff Peterson with the Foil and Specialty Effects Association. I'm here today with Andrew Gunn with Fuji Film, and we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming Amplify print event that's going to be taking place next year, June 10th through the 12th. It'll be at the Donald Stevenson Convention Center in Rosemont, right there in the Chicago area. And Fuji is one of our gold sponsors, so we're very excited about that. I do want to mention that Amplify Print is going to be all about print embellishment, print finishing, that side of the business. We know that's a growing area. It's a very important area of the print world right now. FSEA, our association, along with What They Think, are partnering together to put on this special event. This is our second one. We did a first one in 2022 in Minneapolis. This will be our second time, and it'll be there in Chicago. So we're excited about it. Thank you, Andrew and Fuji, for being one of our gold sponsors. We really appreciate that as well. Welcome. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us today for a little while.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. It's always good to be here, with one of my favorite people, one of my favorite topics, talking about embellishments, right? And I don't think that the event can't come fast enough. What really excites Fujifilm is it's such a prescriptive event, right? Like, and I love my Drupas and my Printing Uniteds, and I love those events, but you tend to kind of skate past, sorry, using a poor hockey analogy there, but you tend to skate past some of those things that you see at the show. But when you come into Amplify, it feels more user groupish, if you will. It feels more of a community feel, right? And I think that you kind of do need to go down as you're part of any growth industry. I think you need to get very prescriptive or specific on topics, whether it's embellishments, which is a growth plank for digital printing, inkjet, finishing, all those things kind of they require that they look for that, and I think we're now in a place where digital embellishments, whether it be tactile look and feel, foiling, sleeking, specialty fluorescence, whatever you want, print decoration, call it what you want, that there's enough going on there that rising tide that's rising all the boats with it. It's so key, and it's such a great show. It's just, for me, the only thing that's too bad is that we don't do it every year. We do it every other year. So, yeah.
Well, we might have to re-talk about that. You never know. But
you never know, right?
I think it is such a niche. It is a niche part of the whole printing industry. And as you said, other events like Drupa and Printing United have their place, and we need that as a full, more general print event.
Yeah.
But I do think you're right that that's what we really saw and felt like this was the right time to have a special event like this that we can really have the niche part of the embellishment and the finishing side.
I don't, what, I don't even know if it's niche. I mean, I think that, I always kind of wince at the word niche or niche, depending on how you say it or where you're from, because I think what the whole goal here is, I think the goal is to democratize embellishments, right? Embellishments for everybody, right? So I think that I kind of look at it the other way is maybe it does take up a corner, right? But I think it's now that it's that corner's getting bigger, so to speak. Yeah. So that's why it's exciting for sure.
100. That's great. Andrew, we'll talk a little bit. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what is being planned? I know we're a few months away, but what's being planned by Fuji to have at the event? Possibly introduce new technology to the event.
Well,
tell us a bit about what that is.
I can't give away everything because we are doing sort of more of a global announcement in the coming weeks around that. But I will say it's products that we've new products that are frankly our CMYK Plus, or our embellishment portfolio for purposes of this conversation, is literally going to be tripling overnight, right? So we've got our PC 1120, which is kind of like our flagship embellishment device. That in addition to all the great wide format and inkjet solutions and workflow and B2 and all that fun stuff, but we will be introducing two new products to the market here shortly that will have embellishment capabilities, all those great things that the Revoria PC 1120 has. We're bringing those downstream, and again, I use the term democratizing, right? So making embellishments available to all for our wide array of Fujifilm customers, as well as customers who might not be on the Fujifilm platform today, who might look to come into the Fujifilm platform. So we will be talking about that. We'll be talking about our digital embellishment program, business development program called the Aspire program. So really, that whole focus is aspire to be great. So we're focused and we're super excited about that. Yesterday we had a chance to sit in front on Sabine's paper specs. I was going to say paper specs event, yeah. Which is, she does such a fantastic job of creating this community and bringing them together. Yeah. And I think Sabine's going to be a key part of that. We're working with Tactiful, we're working with all those great players here. And I just love how we've, when I say we, because I feel like it is a community, I love how well coordinated, and you really feel like this is a community that comes together to really bring digital embellishments to the forefront of the industry that we love, which is print and design, right? So I'm more excited I could not be, as you can probably tell.
That's awesome. And yeah. You're totally correct. Sabine's going to be part of the event. Kevin with Tactiful, and yeah. All those main players kind of all come together, which we're extremely excited about. And I think one thing to tell the audience here that listens to this is that your equipment will be in our technology zone.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
What's going to be exciting about that, those who haven't come to Amplify, is that we will have several pieces of equipment that'll be in this zone. Your booth space will be close. But we will actually do programming and a presentation on your new equipment and on the technology you're introducing. So yeah. I think that'll be an exciting part of it too.
I think it's going to be exciting. What I can't wait for is, yes, we're going to have all the amazing digital output because we'll be able to do it, but we're also going to have a design station where, we can sort of sew from cradle to grave. This is how we do it, right? And I shouldn't use that word, actually. I should say from cradle to life. How about that? But
there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So because we are bringing this stuff to life. What I love is I love the interaction between the creatives, the designers, because we're at a point now where the designer is as important as the person who's actually hitting that print button, right? Like the design means so much, and I love the fact that these designers now have taken on a new interest, a new skill set into designing for embellishments, because it's re-energized not only the design community but also the digital embellishment community, if you will. So it's a super fun event, and like I say, it's got that community, that user group feel to it that I think it creates that platform for having better conversations. So
excellent, Andrew. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're excited about Amplify. Thank you for being one of our gold sponsors. We'll be doing a lot of promotion and more information as we go along, and look forward to June next year in 2025.
Couldn't come fast enough. I look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to seeing everybody who's watching this. I look forward to seeing you there as well. So see you in June.
Awesome. Thanks.